Welcome everyone, this is SuperCard, NYW SuperCard number 25. This was the last stop on the road to Manhattan Mayhem. I, of course, am your commentator, Joseph Cabrera, here to call all the action here tonight. We are here in the Manhattan Center in Manhattan, New York. Of course, this is where we also will have the kickoff show to Manhattan Mayhem as well. We're kicking things off with a big six-man tag team matchup. It's going to be the No Fight Republic here. All champions, as you can see. It's the NYW Tag Team Champions, Bulldog Peters and Tommy K, along with the NYW Pure Champion, Tyler Watson, all together, collectively known as the No Fight Republic, and they're going to be taking on the Eastside. The issues between the No Fight Republic and the Eastside have been well documented over the last few months, going all the way back to the last SuperCard we had, which was actually SuperCard number 24. That took place between the first and second round of the World Glory Tournament. Tyler Watson actually assaulted Webb Morgan on that show, which set up the issues between them. And we also saw a brawl between the No Fight Republic and the Eastside during Tyler Watson's second round match in that tournament against Al Cabrera. Now, of course, Tommy K and Bulldog Peters went on to win the tag team titles from the Eastside at NYW Glory. We saw continued brawls between Watson and Webb Morgan. As you can see here, the Eastside collectively together for the first time. We're going to have a six-man tag match here in NYW. We've had many six-man tags over in Empire Wrestling when they were a unit there. So they were focusing on more their own individual goals, the tag team titles, and when Morgan was looking more into his singles career, trying to get more opportunities there, which he will get again at Manhattan Mayhem. He will challenge Tyler Watson in his first defense of the Pure Championship at Manhattan Mayhem. As for the tag team championships, Tracy Relic and Louis Scott, you can see on the apron there, those two men are going to challenge, getting their rematch for the tag team championship against the No Fight Republic, and it's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. The first time we've had one of its kind here in NYW. What a match that would be. Of course, later tonight we're going to have a breakdown of all the matches. It's going to take place on the kickoff show and both nights of Manhattan Mayhem. What a match to kick off, a huge six-man tag. We're going to kick off the proceedings here on SuperCard 25. Of course, I mentioned the last SuperCard we had, which was 24, a few months back. The Eastside were the tag team champions on that night, defending the tag titles. Tonight, they are not the tag champions anymore. They're looking to get those belts back at Manhattan Mayhem, like I mentioned. Morgan's looking to win his first singles championship. What a headbutt there onto Bulldog Peters is where Morgan starts this off with Bulldog Peters. As I mentioned, we're going to go back to NYW Live 5. The main event of that was the triple threat match. As you can see, the stare down between Morgan and Watson as he takes him off the apron, but that allows Peters to capitalize. It was a triple threat match for the Pure Championship. The Miracle Al Cabrera was the champion, defending against Morgan and Watson. And because of Ryan Evans, which we mentioned many times on this program, Tyler Watson was able to win the championship on that night. He pinned Al, he did not pin Morgan. And the issues between those men continued, and we have had brawls back and forth between all of these men. In the last few lives, Tommy K gets in the ring here. The No Fight Republic had a non-title win against Los Rojos. That was on NYW Live 5. NYW Live 6. The Eastside, Relic and Scott defeated the Ohio Flight Crew in a big victory. And then we saw a brawl between all these men right after that match, which ended in Watson hitting a redemption cutter onto Morgan as we got a tag in. And there's the teamwork of the Eastside. All these men know collectively to be together. A big double back suplex off the top rope between Morgan and Scott. And now Scott's in the ring taking on Tommy K. Now another big factor, apparently according to Watson, he is also one half of the tag team championship, although that was never properly confirmed by Robert Wall if that the Freebird rule is actually in effect. Although he claims it is. So he claims he's one half of the tag team champions as well. Look at these bare exposed knees onto Louis Scott there, but Scott able to get out of it and hit a clubbing shot to the back of the head. So we have a lot for you tonight on this SuperCard. The last show before we get to Manhattan Mayhem. It will take place at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Not too far from here. What a suplex into a knee face buster there. That's a tag in. Here comes Bulldog Peters back in the match. And now the No Fight Republic looks to take control. There's a big overhead suplex there on Scott. A lot for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a big main event. It's both main events of night 1 and night 2 will compete in a mixed tag team match for the first time in NYW history. The world champion of the men's and women's divisions are going to team up. As there's these suplexes into the cover. First cover of the match, only 2. The world champion and NYW world champion Troy Saint, as the tag mix to Tyler Watson, is going to team with the NYW women's champion Yumi Mai to face their challengers Gabe Woods and a nightmare. Oh, what a clothesline by Louis, who's finally able to get out of this triple team and tag in his partner Tracy Relic. Big tag to Relic taking on Watson, and I eat defeat right there. I said big tag team main event for tonight. Also tonight, oh, what a leg drop missed though by Watson, and it did not go. He was supposed to have a big tornado tag team match, but unfortunately, oh look at that, he went for a shot at Watson, but Tommy K grabbed the arm and did an armbar. The ref should get in there. That's not legal. But Tommy K took advantage, allowing Watson to get back control here and collapse the ears. As I was trying to say, it was supposed to be a tornado tag team match between the All-Stars and the Redemption, but unfortunately Justin Herendez suffered a minor injury in training, and because of that he wasn't cleared to compete, so that match isn't going to happen tonight. Although we're still going to have, according to trainers, the 6-man tag match at Manhattan Mayhem. Oh my goodness, what a Yorinagi there onto Watson, but there's the breakup there by Tommy K. So we're still going to have that 6-man tag team war at Manhattan Mayhem. Tommy Walker's going to team with the All-Stars against the Redemption and Jose Blanco, as there's a backstabber, as Relic was preoccupied with Tommy K. But that tag team match is not going to happen tonight. And because of that match not happening, we have a new match in replace. Robert Wall was able to find a substitute, and it's going to be Ryan Evans one-on-one with Mathew Sanchez tonight. Oh my goodness, Ryan Evans, of course, is going to have that one-on-one match with Cabrera at Manhattan Mayhem. He's going to go for some momentum by having a match tonight against Mathew Sanchez. Of course, that match is the replacement match for that tag team match that wasn't, unfortunately, not going to happen tonight. As there's a tag, and now Morgan's going to get his hands on Watson. He's finally going to get his some retribution here. As there's a knee strike by Tyler Watson. What a momentum builder would be to pin the Pure Champion before the Pure Championship match, but Peters is able to get in the ring, stop that count from happening, and he takes him off the apron. Tonight we're going to have Ryan Evans versus Mathew Sanchez. I heard we're going to hear from Al as well. He's not allowed in the building because Ryan Evans is competing tonight. That was decreed by Robert Wall. We're also going to have James Needham versus Tommy Fen tonight. What a match that will be. There's a neckbreaker there. James Needham was supposed to have a match last week, and that was ruined by Ziaiah Steel, which ended up having Ziaiah Steel wrestle that match against Patera Jr. and winning. Ziaiah Steel is not allowed in the building tonight for James Needham's match, so he will have a match tonight. Tommy Fen, we haven't seen in a match in a long time here in NYW because of these issues with Colt Knight. And oh, look at a drop kick. Matt Morgan tried to get back in momentum in a huge drop kick. Say what you will about the attitude of Tyler Watson, but he is a phenomenal athlete. Hence why he is the Pure Champion. And now Fireman's carrying it to a neck breaker onto Morgan. Got the cover here to win this big 6-man tag, but it was Louis Scott stopping that from happening. As I mentioned, Tommy Fen going to be competing for the first time in a long time against James Needham tonight. We're also going to have a triple threat match for the International Championship. Considering the issues we had at that house show that I showed you for the footage last week, Caeser Louis is going to defend against Ligera and Dalton Ross. Just ahead of the 10-man gauntlet for the gold that's going to happen at Manhattan Mayhem. The question is, even with all those 3 of those men trying to win the title tonight, they're going to have to defend it against 9 men at Mayhem. Oh wait, Redemption Cutter, that was stopped into a power slam by Webb Morgan. Big power slam by Webb Morgan prevented Redemption Cutter, and now he's going to look for Webb locked, connects, Big move. Signature move of Morgan to win and pin the pure champion, but no. Aware of his surroundings, Tyler Watson grabbed the rope to stop that count. And now attack the Louis Scott in. Watson is down. Watson's down here, but a shot to stop that. A shot to stop that. Now, he's able to take back control here and immediately tag in Bulldog Peters to keep control here. Both teams being very cohesive as units, as trios, as they know each other very, very well. And it was a great matchup here to kick off this edition of SuperCard. As I mentioned, oh, that counter, the counter, and now Louis Scott, he's got him up. Scott drop. He hits the Scott drop. Big move to win this six-man tag, but Watson comes right in to stop that pinfall. Stops the pinfall. Like I said, we got a lot of things going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna hear, as I mentioned, we're gonna hear from Mal. We're gonna hear from Grimm and Tyson Gore. That's the combination for Louis Scott to get back in this matchup with the splash. And now Tracy Relic is gonna hit a splash of his own. Signature combination there, but only a 2 count onto Bulldog Peters. Ahead of that big casket match for the North American title is gonna happen at Manhattan Mayhem. Grimm and Gore, they're not physically in matches tonight, but we're here for them. And there's a powerbomb Samoan drop combination by Bulldog Peters. Tags back in Tommy K. Relic is down here. It's going to be enough to set up a victory here. As Tommy K wearing down Relic, and what a suplex there. The momentum here is certainly in the No Fight Republic's favor now, as they're trying to wear down Relic. Oh, he went for a powerbomb. He rolls through here. Sunset flip. Rolls through here. Shoulders are down here. This could be enough to win the matchup, but no. And now, oh, what a shot. What a shot. Relic now tags in Morgan. Tags in Morgan. A shot there. Oh, he went for something, but K able to come back. Tommy K is able to come back here as Morgan's back in the match. Look at these shots here. Repeated shots by Tommy K. And now drops Morgan on the top of his head. He got in the ring, but he got knocked down by K. And this could be the end here. But he's taking his sweet time here. And oh, Watson was in the match. That's why Watson wanted it to finish this off. But he's wasting time here as Morgan may be down for the count here. And now he's going to look to, or he's going to look for a knee. He took too much time, and oh, he rolls him through. Rolls him through here. Morgan got the roll up. Shoulders are down here. And he gets the 3 count. It's over. The Eastside win. The Eastside pick up the victory. Well, Morgan just pinned the pure champion Tyler Watson. He got cocky. He wanted to finish off Morgan and allowed Morgan to avoid that knee strike and pick up a victory with that roll through. The shoulders were down, and that was it. The Eastside pick up a victory. And it looked like maybe Fight Republic wanted some more, but the rest of the Eastside got in the ring. Eastside pick up a huge victory here tonight. We have a lot of momentum for them going into their championship matches in Manhattan. Can they win? Can the Eastside pick up all the gold in Manhattan Mayhem?
Put your middle fingers up, take a shot, throw it up and don't stop. Living that life on the dark side. Put your middle fingers up, take a shot, throw it up and don't stop. Living that life on the dark side. Like a 27 drum headshot, we don't wanna grow up. Living that life on the dark side.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Call Star 17 coming soon. A lot of huge stuff happening on that show as well. course, we just had a big All Stars Championship match that took place on CCL's last lap. On night 2, Al Cabrera was in a All Stars Championship match against J-Crack, B-Pac, and Charles Schultz. Fortunately not winning the All Stars World Championship, but it was a great opportunity. And we also saw at the start of that show, Nightmare. Forgot to mention, Nightmare was at the time, the CCL Women's Breakthrough Champion. She defended the title. Unfortunately unsuccessful in her efforts. She lost the championship on that night. But a big opportunity for Nightmare representing NYW, defending that CCL championship on one of the last CCL shows. Great opportunity there. But now we must shift focus. Ryan Evans is out here. He has the Supremacy briefcase that guarantees him a title shot whenever he wants. And as I mentioned, the scheduled tornado tag match wasn't able to happen because Justin Herendez had a minor injury. So to rehab it to be good enough for that 6-man tag, that match was canceled. In replace of it, Ryan Evans will face Mathew Sanchez in a 1-on-1 matchup. So that's why we're having this match tonight. As I mentioned, Al's not in the building because of it. We saw what happened last week. Al defeated Matthew Stone, and Ryan Evans came out to accept the challenge. He said he basically assumed he was jealous of all the attention that Al was getting as pure champion, so that's why he did what he did. I don't think that's a great explanation. Either way, Evans, we've learned to be super arrogant in NYW. Like I said, it was the first ever pure champion. He was a former North American champion, and he won the Supremacy briefcase at Supreme, which took place earlier this year. Last week there was an orchestrated attack as Mathew Sanchez attacked Al from behind, and both sudden Impact members, Ryan Evans and Mathew Sanchez, assaulted Al. But Gabriel Lopez came out to stop the proceedings and brawled with Mathew Stone, out of the building. Of course, Mathew Sanchez is right here as he's coming to the ring for a match. We haven't seen him in a while, because the big difference between both Matthews is this Matthew only has one T in his name. Last time we saw him, he lost in the first round of the World to Glory tournament. He was defeated by Silas Moore. And I've been told he is going to be in that big battle royal that's going to take place on the Kickoff show. Of course, we'll talk all about all the matches later tonight. But there is going to be an 8-man battle royal, and the winner's going to get a future YouTube championship match. Mathew Sanchez will be one of the participants in that matchup. As Evans, oh, what a clothesline, what a cheap shot. He just took out Sanchez. I didn't hear the bell, but Evans, not too happy about what his plan not working last week, assaulting Sanchez before this match even gets underway here. Look at the aggression right into the steps. As I said, this match hasn't actually started. There's been no bell. They said they didn't hear a bell. Because of that, Evans is assaulting Mathew Sanchez before we even hear one. Trying to wear him down, trying to, I guess, get momentum here, because it seems like he's not too happy about Al getting the last laugh last week. And at the end of the confrontation, Al assaulted Evans with a few steps a few times, left him laying. And he's taking all his anger on that. And now the bell rings on Sanchez as there's an atomic drop, boot right to the face, and a big senton by Evans. Evans, a great athlete, but he's not, I wouldn't say his personality is all that, considering what he's done, what he did. To go back to what he did at Supreme, actually, right before the ladder match, he came out and assaulted Grimm and Gore, Tyson Gore and Grimm, after their very physical North American title match that led to Grimm winning the title. He assaulted both men, which led to them not being able to be cleared to wrestle in the World to Glory tournament. Because of that, Evans wasn't allowed in the tournament himself. And then he went on to win the Supremacy briefcase after that assault. And then we saw that big steel cage match that took place at NYW Glory between the 3 men that Grimm won. But this is the first time we've seen Evans in an actual match since then. It's been a couple months. And now Mathew Sanchez was back in control there with some knees, but he dodged that knee, and now he's got the grip on the ankle with an ankle lock. Big time ankle lock hit by Evans. Is he going to tap out here? He's got the grip on the ankle. So Mathew Sanchez don't count him out here. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities lately, but he's looking for more. And a big victory here would have huge momentum, especially if he could go on to win that Battle Royal in the kickoff show. Said 8 men will be in that Battle Royal, where there would be there's 6 entrants confirmed. We'll hear all the entrants later tonight. There's 2 more that will yet to be announced. There's also going to be that grudge match between Jacob Baker. Oh, what a shit. That was stopped. Went off the top rope, but got caught. The shot is a swinging neck breaker by Evans. Signature move of Evans. Jacob Baker and Eddie Lobo will have a no DQ match. That's going to happen on the kickoff show. We're also going to have 8 women compete in a Battle Royal as well. This is a cover and only 2. The winner of that 8 women Battle Royal in the kickoff show is going to receive a Colt All-Stars Women's Championship match on night 2 of Manhattan Mayhem. What a match. Roxy Kush Hayes is going to make her NYW debut, defending the Colt All-Stars Women's Championship on night 2 of Manhattan Mayhem. And there's a pump handle. Mikinuku driver there by Mathew Sanchez. Like I said, a big momentum builder if he could win this matchup as he goes off the ropes to hit an elbow. What an elbow drop. Now he's going to go for a cover to pick up the victory here on SuperCard, but no, a kick out there by Evans. Evans was able to kick out. And now he may be looking for influence that Impaler DDT. But no, that was stopped there. Evans shot right to the face. And now just tosses him there. Brian Evans just tossed him right off his shoulders. Deceptively strong is Evans, despite his agility. He's kind of an all-arounder. He's got strength, he's got speed, he's got submission grappling as well. I also have to feel, if I failed to mention this, I probably should. Oh, look at this springboard elbow. Speaking of athleticism, he like glided in the air to hit that springboard elbow that took Sanchez out. And now look at this uppercut. Al did take a part in helping train Evans. I would mention that, but Evans doesn't seem to care about that. Seems he surpassed Al as these uppercuts raining down. Sanchez is certainly hurting here. And now he's trying to get up here. He's been worn down here, and there's a sliding knee strike. Another signature move of Evans. And this may be the end here as Evans has been in control the last few minutes. Sanchez is down. He's down. He's getting up though, but he's maybe out here as he got him up for the Evans Annihilation. Evans Annihilation there. Go to sleep, Evans Annihilation. That's what he wants to call it. He doesn't want to call it to go to sleep. And now Ryan Revolution connects after that. And that is academic at this point. The leg is hooked, and there's the 3 count. Evans wins. Ryan Evans, a decisive victory here, defeating Mathew Sanchez ahead of his matchup with Al Cabrera at Manhattan Mayhem. Instead of some momentum for him. No ring rust here, as he hasn't had a singles match in a little while, compared to Al, who had a lot of matches going on to defend the pure title. But thanks to Evans, that he no longer has that championship, and Al's looking for revenge against Evans at Manhattan Mayhem. Will he get it? That's we'll have to see. But for now, Evans celebrates arrogantly his victory. Ryan Evans, you're lucky I'm not in the building tonight. Robert Wall asked me not to be due to you having a match tonight, what happened last week, so I obliged, and I told him I wouldn't. So I'm not in the building. I did see your match.
Good job. You won against a good friend of mine, someone I grew up with, Mathew Sanchez. You did cheap shot him before the bell even rung. But I digress. You did win. Either way, I do apologize for some of my actions last week. I did get ahead of myself. I attacked you with the steel steps. That's not normally what the milk was all about. But at the end of the day, you are an asshole. You're an asshole who chose to blame me for your jealousy, your inaccuracies, your issues with me, or because you heard everyone talking about me over you. So you cost me the pure championship. You think you're a better pure champion than me. Let's look at the facts. You had the title. You held it for a little while, and then you lost it. What did I do? I beat one of the best in the game, my friend TJ Nicholson, in a 2 out of 3 falls match when NYW came back. And I won that championship, and I went on for 8 months to go through as many challengers to prove how good I was. Yes, I did bring the title in. Yes, I chose not to keep it, and I chose to go after the world title, and I failed. But then I circled back around to the championship, and I made it something special. And you took that away from me. You made yourself my business. And now I'm going to finish it at Manhattan Mayhem when I defeat you. Because at the end of the day, Ryan, I helped bring you into the wrestling landscape. I did. And I taught you a lot, but I didn't teach you everything. And at the end of the day, I'm at Mayhem. I'm going to take you out of the wrestling game before you ever have a chance to cash in that briefcase. Believe that.
What words we heard from the Miracle, my brother Al Cabrera. He's looking for that revenge against Ryan Evans. We have to shift focus now, as we're going to have a man who has not completed an NYW ring in a long time returning to the ring tonight, Tommy Fen.
Now I'm motivated.
Tommy Fen was out of action for a little while. He had going to go all the way back to Vindication that happened at the end of last year. He had a Rising Star Championship match against then champion Sean Wilder, and during the match Colt Knight assaulted him. That led to a count-out victory for Wilder. That led to Tommy Fen being out of action for a few months with injuries. He would go on to have obligations with other companies, leading to him not being involved in NYW for a while. Of course, he won the Internet Championship. He was the last Internet Champion in AWF, as we saw that happen in Glory Day 6. He defeated Ziaiah Steel. He also has a big Call All-Star Championship Tag Team title match to take place at Call All-Star 17. So he's had a lot of opportunities elsewhere, but he's back in NYW because we saw him come out the NYW Road to Glory tournament, the match that took place between Colt Knight and TJ Nicholson. He distracted Colt Knight, leading to TJ picking up the win. We then saw those two men brawl at Glory itself. They came out and they brawled all throughout the arena. The match is set to happen at NYW and Mayhem. It's going to be Tommy Fen one-on-one with Colt Knight. But tonight, Fen is going to be back in the NYW ring to face the Precision Pirate, a man who knows a lot about championships and victories. It's James Needham. James Needham, he has a lot going on as well. As you can see, the issues between him and Ziaiah Steel has come up to a boiling point. Of course, they had a match at the last SuperCard we had back in May, SuperCard 24. It was a number one contenders match for the World Championship with Ziaiah Steel won, returning to NYW. And then what took place at NYW Glory, he challenged for the world title against Troy Sane. And a distraction from James Needham led to him getting counted out, losing that match. He then was assaulted by Needham after the match. And we don't know exactly why, but we know it's probably jealousy considering everything that's happened between these two in NYW so far and outside. Considering they were the co-winners of the Call All-Stars Rumble last year. They both will be getting a Call All-Stars World title match this upcoming Call All-Stars in that 6-man Armageddon Hell in Cell. And they did have confrontation on a World Tour just a few months ago as well. Well, that all boiled up into NYW. Now they're gonna settle the score at Manhattan Mayhem in a last man standing match that Ziaiah Steel challenged Needham to, and he accepted it. Because Needham, we saw on the last SuperCard, as I mentioned, Needham was supposed to have a match against Patera Jr. So Steel assaulted him on the ramp. Well, before that, Needham actually attacked Jr. on the ramp. And when he threw him back in the ring, Steel came out and assaulted Needham. Needham ran away, and it led to Steel actually taking James Needham's place in the match and winning the match over Patera Jr. But tonight, to ensure that Needham actually wrestles, Steel's not in the building. So it is Needham one-on-one with Tommy Fen, I believe, in the first time ever. Not sure if these two men actually have wrestled before, but look at that. Needham tried to get off the apron. We thought he was going to take a breather, but instead he took a cheap shot and it led to getting control. Now look at these stomps here. Of course, Needham has had a lot of matches. He's maybe not be 100% lately. He did have a hard-fought match against Sean Walsh on the last lap, getting victory in that matchup. So we don't know how if he's 100% or with a drop kick. And then he's going to have a brutal last man standing match just in a few weeks against Ziaiah Steel. So we'll see that. But right now, it's Tommy Fen who's looking to take control here. Big splash in the corner and another one. Needham, like I said, as maybe a few years on Tommy Fen, if I recall. But Fen is looking to get towards him. A big victory here before his match would help him a lot. Both of these men have big matches. Big singles matches taking place at Manhattan Mayhem. And this needs to be some big momentum for them. Of course, what I was told, apparently, considering what happened, is that this actually would have been Tommy Fen versus Ziaiah Steel if Steel hadn't done what he did last week. But because of that, it set up Needham being the one to face Tommy Fen. Of course, Fen and Steel actually have faced off, and it was Fen defeating Steel to become the last ever Internet Champion. But instead, we're going to get this matchup, which I believe is the first time ever matchup. As we saw that STF locked in, but Fen got out of it. Like I said, Fen hasn't really had his career in NYW go as planned because Colt Knight assaulting him derailed that matchup. Derailed him to go forward. As he's looking to maybe set up a suplex or a brainbuster, but Needham floats through and chops the leg out. If he can settle this issue in this business with Colt Knight, maybe he can go for aspiration. This is a Pirate's Plunge. Pirate's Plunge by James Needham. We haven't seen that in a while in NYW, but he only got a 2 count. Big Pirate's Plunge. Now Fen rolls out of the ring, but look at the sliding splash there by Needham to continue the momentum. Now Needham is looking to do something here, but Fen fighting back here with elbows. He fought back with elbows. Now he's got him hooked up here on his shoulders and right off the apron. Now he's got off the apron and slides right through to a clothesline. What a momentum builder. You can also see a big open space there. There's no announce tables considering what's happened the last few years between Woods and Troy Saint breaking the announce tables. On the last SuperCard, Gabe Woods broke both announce tables and put Troy Saint through it. We also saw Damian Shelley. Haven't talked about that tonight. But back in the ring, only a 2 count. Damian Shelley put Rodney Miles in the first match of last NYW Live through the announce table with a moonsault. We replaced the table, and then Gabe Woods at the end of the night put Troy Saint, the world champion, through both tables. So we don't have no tables tonight. As precautionary for that. It was a sharpshooter there by Needham, onto Needham by Fen. Clubbing shot, a big kick right to the face. What a shot. That could have been a knockout shot. Fen is reeling as he gets back to his feet. Now he's going to go for the clothesline, but he gets caught off the top caught in a power slam midair. Big move. Now Fen is in control with a big suplex. He said what a victory this would be for Fen to defeat multi-time champion in James Needham, who's held many titles in many CAW leagues. He's also held he was actually one who held the CCL Breakthrough Championship, which my brother defeated him for. Back at the big 120. And oh, what a inverted suplex off the top rope. What a move that was. And now Fred looking to end it here for the victory. And oh, only 2. What a matchup this is. Third match of the night. Big momentum builder for one of these two men. Fen is certainly showing something here from Needham. There was a shot there. Now these kicks. Look at these kicks. Big kicks to the chest, but that one was blocked. Oh, super kick. That was blocked. That was dodged. Shot. Another shot to the big section. A combination of kicks and a kick right to the face. And that might have caught a cut, busted open, maybe a lip. And now, springboard drop kick by Needham. Showing that athleticism, considering he's got a lot of hardcore ability, and that's surely going to be what happens in that last man standing match. But he definitely can go in a more technical aspect as well. And now he's got him on the second rope here, trying to win this matchup. He's got him on his shoulders. Well, that's a lot of weight here. What is this? And oh my goodness, a landslide. Big landslide there. Cradle shock, whatever you call it, off the second rope. And now, frog splash. What a combination of moves. And now to pick up the victory here. 2, is this enough? Oh, only 2. Fen had enough to power out of that, but he certainly is feeling the momentum here. And now, he's going to look. Big time cutter. Big time cutter there. Plants him. 2, this could be enough. And no, another 2 count. Only got the shoulder up this time. What a match this has been between these two men. He said, I believe a first time ever match between Needham and Fen here in NYW. And certainly not disappointing. Both men really want a victory ahead of their matches at Manhattan Mayhem. And now, what is this here? He stopped whatever I was going for and hits a rolling cutter off the shoulders. What a move by Fen. And now he's going to plant. He's going to go for the cover after he planted him. Only 2 though. As I mentioned, this is a big momentum builder between both of these men. One of these men really want to get a victory ahead of their matches. And for Fen, he hasn't had a match in NYW in a while. That's a big power slam right there. Now he's going to continue the momentum. He may be thinking to hit that Kaioken, Fen 5, whatever you want to call it. This could be the end. This could signal the end. Oh, wait a second. Colt Knight's here. Well, Steel was bad for the building, but Colt Knight wasn't. At least I don't think he was. As Knight's out here. Knight hasn't had a match really either. Of course, we just couldn't find room to get him a match on the card. Of course, I'm sure he's upset about that. But he's going to have a match at Manhattan Mayhem. He's going to face Tommy Fen for this issue to be settled between these two men. And he's staring a hole in Fen. And Fen has Needham on his shoulders. He completely stopped what he was going to do here. And oh no. He's got him hooked up in a cradle pile driver. The cradle pile driver. And now he's got the cover. And he gets the victory. Gets the 3 count and Needham picks up a victory. Momentum builder for Needham as he's going to face Steel in that last man standing match. But the real kicker is Colt Knight, who's gone now. He left out of the ringside area. Distracting Fen, allowing Needham to hit that big power driver, and he picks up a big victory here on SuperCard 25. What a win for James Needham.
Tyson Gore, you failed to win your match last week. Just like you will fail to win against me at Manhattan Mayhem. When I lock you inside that casket, it will be the end of our issue. I will continue to dominate NYW as the North American champion, and nobody will stop me.
Haunting words from Grimm. Like I said, we haven't heard too much from Grimm, but Grimm vows to put Gore in the casket to retain his North American title at Manhattan Mayhem. But now we're shifting focus to another issue, the International Championship. It's his Laguerra, who was the first International Champion. He actually won the International Cup that took place back in 2023. It was a round-robin tournament, 5 men each, and the winners would go on to win to face in semifinal matches, and the semifinal winners of those brackets would then face each other for the final. And it was Laguerra who won the final to win the International Cup and become the first International Champion. Now, he did lose the title in NYW's return back in October of last year to Gabe Woods. And then they had a rematch a few weeks later. At the end of that match, it was Caeser Louis came out, assaulted both men with a shovel. That shovel shot actually led to injuries, which led to Ligera being out of action for months. We hadn't seen him in months. He returned just a few weeks ago, and the setup with this man, Dalton Ross, made his actual debut just a few weeks ago on NYW Live, and he actually had a shocking victory to many over Caeser Louis. He was assaulted to start the match, but then he rolled through and pinned him in just a few seconds, and the match didn't last very long, and he defeated Caeser Louis in a non-title match. And so Caesar, right after, assaulted him, beating him down, and it led to Ligera turning to stop the assault. Well, all three of these men had another altercation just a few weeks ago. And as I mentioned, there was an altercation at a house show after a double count out between Caesar and Ligera in a non-title match. They brawled up the ramp. Caesar, as I mentioned, assaulted him. Dalton Ross came out and assaulted Caesar and set up this triple threat match because these two men could not wait till the International Gauntlet for the Gold that's going to take place at Manhattan Mayhem. I haven't even mentioned that. 10 men. Yeah, Caeser Louis, as of right now, tentatively is scheduled to defend the international title against 9 other superstars in a Gauntlet for the Gold. What is the Gauntlet for the Gold? Well, it's essentially a rumble, timed intervals. Eliminations occur over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. Once we get to the final 2, though, it will become a singles match, pinfall submission for victory. Now, of course, Caesar doesn't have to be in the final 2s, which will guarantee a champion, but either way, the final 2 will determine who becomes the international champion. It's going to be randomly drawn, so we don't know when Caesar's going to enter the match. But it's going to be a hard time for him to defend the title in that matchup. But the fact is, he's got to actually get to that match, defending the title tonight, which was decreed by Robert Wall thanks to these three men wanting to get a piece of each other. And I think it's more Ross and Ligera want to get a piece of Caesar, considering what Caesar's done to them over the last few weeks. And now here, triple threat match for the international title here on SuperCard 25. Question is can Caesar survive this? Like I said, he doesn't have a great chance in this matchup when he doesn't have to be pinned. But he doesn't have to be pinned in the Gauntlet for the Gold either. He could be eliminated before we ever get to the final 2, and he'll never have a chance to defend that title. We got to see, like I said, Ligera and Dalton both have 2 chances essentially to win the title if they don't win tonight. But then if they win tonight, they'll have to defend the title in the Gauntlet for the Gold. So it's a lot of stuff going on between these 3 men. Except these 3 men, along with Sean Wilder, the GMR, Evan O'Shea, Akuma Santos, Matthew Stone, Gabriel Lopez. We're all going to be in that Gauntlet for the Gold. And now you see Caeser Louis was trying to get out of dodge, but both these men want a piece of this man. They want to fight Caesar, and they're going to focus on him right now. There's a suplex there. These 2 men are beating down O'Shea. Beating down Caesar, and this could be bad omen for him trying to keep his title tonight, let alone back at Manhattan Mayhem. Look at Bulldog there. We also have Matt Thunder, of course. That's the 10th man. Matt Thunder, who defeated Jacob Baker just a few weeks ago to earn that spot. But those are the 10 men that are going to be in the International Gauntlet for the Gold. You saw Ligera had taken the advantage to throw Caesar back in the ring, but it was Dalton Ross who took him down. Now we're in the ring. Dalton Ross got knocked down. Ligera's back in and fighting down Caesar. There's a shot. And now, big Hurricane run onto Ross. And just a few weeks into his career, Ross could win his first championship before the Manhattan Mayhem. It could Caesar could be the first ever two-time international champion if he'd won this match. And now Caesar taking shots on Laguerre in the corner as Ross had rolled out of the ring. Now Caesar is in control now. He's in control. Hangs him up on the ropes as Ross gets back in. Takes some shots here. And now, backbreaker, Russian leg sweep combination. Laguerre now sees his opportunity to plant Ross and plants him. He plants him and then boom, clothesline over the top rope. Down goes Laguerre, and there's a shot, rolls through, and a big kick right to the face of Dalton Ross. And now flies in with a DDT. Oh my goodness, what a move that was. What a move there by Laguerre. Laguerre is on fire, showing no ring rust in his first matchup in a while here on SuperCard. As I mentioned, he got months of his career taken away because of that assault by Caesar. He wasn't able to compete in the Road to Glory tournament. We only saw him return a few weeks ago. New look here. Went for a frog splash. Ross stopped that. Big chop right to the chest. And now rolls through with a suplex neckbreaker to win the championship here. Got the cover, leg hook, but only 2. Caesar's back in the ring now. And oh, Ross never saw it coming. Big uppercut. And this could get the victory here. But Laguerre is up and stops it. There's an Insiguri kick. Big Insiguri by the former international champion. I said right now we never had any person be a 2-time holder of any championship here in NYW. We've had people held 2 separate titles, but never the same title twice. And Laguerre could be the first person to do that if he wins this. Caesar tosses him over the top rope. And now a big exploder onto Ross. Caesar certainly has impressed. You know, we started the season back in October of last year when he lost that match to James Needham at Return. But he really turned a corner. And a big boot to the face and roll up, the same one that won his match just a few weeks ago. Is that going to win the title? No. Caesar this time was able to roll through. Could that get the victory? No. Ross able to kick out. That was the same way Ross won at NYW Live 5 with that roll through. But this time Caesar thought better of it, was able to roll through. Does an uppercut in the quarter. Just rocked him. And now Laguerre goes up with the apron. Caesar doesn't see it. And he gets springboard hurricane rodded. Down is a drop kick to Dalton. Caesar here is on dream streak as Laguerre hits another hurricane rana. He rolls through for the cover. This could get the 3 count, but it doesn't. Doesn't get the 3 count here. Standing shooting star press. As Laguerre is in control of the international champion here. Trying to win the title before the big event. And he went for a kick, but he got caught in a corner. What a move there. Caesar is in control now, thanks to that mistake. And now big sit-down power bomb. Ross back in the ring now. Ross back in the ring. Sling blade there. Combination drop kick. Ross is showing something against 2 big veterans here. These 2 men have been around for a while, since at least 2019-2020. Ross is relatively new to the game. There was a power slam, and there's a chop block that took down Ross. And now we're down to Caesar and Ross in the ring here. And now Ricola bomb hits it. Ricola bomb. Going for the cover. Caesar though doesn't see Laguerre, who breaks it up. Laguerre is in now. Oh, here we go. Soul Cleanser. Soul Cleanser. He hits it. He's won championships with that move, but Ross was able to stop that. He couldn't allow Laguerre to go for the cover. Now Jackhammer. The Jackhammer. Can this win him the international championship? Cover. Caesar's down here, but no, Laguerre barely kicks out. So close to winning the title, but Caesar takes him out. Clotheslines him out of the ring. And Laguerre is out on his feet here. He got hit with a jackhammer. Oh, he's got him up. Caesar hits it. Swiss Death. Swiss Death connects. Into the cover. Caeser Louis retains the international title. Wow, what a match this was. These 3 men put it all out there right before the Gauntlet for the gold was going to take place. But Caesar has a title defense. He successfully defended it. The question is, can he defend it again? against 9 challengers. Possible odds that you could say for him, but he's certainly got momentum here, defeating Cabrera and Ross here tonight in this big matchup. And certainly it's been a big rise for the international champion this season. Can he cap it off with a huge win? We'll have to see if he can retain the Gauntlet for the gold in Manhattan Mayhem. But for now, Caeser Louis stands tall with a victory. Now wait, that's Evan O'Shea. He's up on the ramp there. Evan O'Shea watching on. Wait, Matt Thunder's here. Matt Thunder here with a steel chair. We saw Thunder. We've been hearing him around. He's been complaining about not getting opportunities. Hence why he wanted that shot to be in this gauntlet match. He's got the opportunity. Now he's attacking the international champion. Of course, to send a message, I'm sure. With a chair and a Spanish fly. Matt Thunder wants opportunity. He wants more success. He wants more chances. We saw him in that Holiday Havoc Rumble back at CCL last lap. But he has a chance to win the international title if he can win. And man, Mayhem. But wait, that's Akuma Santos. We saw Evan O'Shea watch it on. Evan O'Shea. But Akuma Santos is here assaulting Evan O'Shea on the rampway. Said both of these men did debuts in the Road to Glory tournament, and they're gonna have their first matches officially as members of the roster in the International Gauntlet for the gold. They've fully signed their NYW contracts. They're brawling now. What a shot there by Akuma Santos with a super kick right to the face of Evan O'Shea. And now a big kick knocks out. Evan O'Shea is out on the rampway. All of these men, like I said, will be in the gauntlet for the gold. Another kick. Evan O'Shea's out. And Manhattan Mayhem. Akuma Santos bragging in the ring. And wait, up the ramp here, there's Gabriel Lopez and Mathew Stone. Like I said, they brawled last week. Up the brawl, now they're brawling in a parking lot. Like I said, both of these men will be a part of the gauntlet field as well. But they got issues with each other. Big issues now, as they're brawling in the parking lot. Right into that car, these two men. Like I said, they met in their second round of the Road to Glory tournament. Gabriel Lopez won that match and competed in the quarterfinals. Many thought it was an upset when he won that match. But now, it looks like there's some actual tension and issues between these two men. And now what a kick right to the face. These two men are brawling in the parking lot. All these men ahead of the gauntlet for the gold have issues with each other. What a match this is going to be. With all these men having issues with each other. With the international title on the line. Oh wait, Akuma Santos is in the ring now. Oh, Matt Thunder, no hesitation to hit him with a chair. Showing bravery facing Akuma Santos. I don't know if I would want to be in the ring with Akuma Santos. But no, he went for another chair shot and that did not happen. And there's a shot. Akuma Santos saw Matt Thunder celebrating in the ring and he did not like that. And now he's got the chair and he assaults Matt Thunder with the chair. So he took out Evan O'Shea on the rampway. I don't think Thunder even knew that had happened. And now Akuma Santos is showcasing how good he is. So he lost to Cabrera for the pure title back at the Road to Glory tournament. But now he has a shot to become the international champion in his second match. There's a kick, and now he stands tall in the ring. Could he be the next international champion? We'll have to see. But right now, he's going to toss Thunder out of the ring, and he does. Momentum building for Akuma Santos ahead of his opportunity in the gauntlet for the gold. Like I said, he could, if he gets a late number, he could eliminate everybody and then win and pin the last man to win the national title. We'll have to see though. But he stands tall right now. As we're back in the parking lot, officials tried to break it up, but it no avail. And now, well, again, Lopez and Mathew Stone are fighting. They're fighting here. And oh my gosh, a slam on that concrete. These two men are not waiting as they're brawling in the back here. They are brawling in the back. And now Stone takes a shot at Lopez. Like I said, will these two men even care about the title, or do they just want to carry it to each other when they get to the gauntlet for the gold? Because now Lopez, again, they're fighting here. We need security to break them up, and now what? Now we have another brawl. This is Sean Wilder and GMR. Where I don't think GMR took too kindly to the words we heard from Sean Wilder last week. And oh my goodness, Sean Wilder, we heard him, he called GMR a goof in between claiming that he's going to win the International Gauntlet for the gold. But now he's brawling here. Oh, right into those boxes. I don't even know where they are. Somewhere in the bowels of the arena. But GMR is taking control here, fighting on Wilder. So enraged, he doesn't even have his signature bandana on. Just brawling. Look at these shots. Look at these shots on Wilder. GMR is certainly fired up after the comments last week. Can he win the Gauntlet for the gold? He may be able to. You know, look at this. He's going to plant him on that steel. He plants Wilder on that steel.
Oh, Mr. Wilder! Hi there! See, I heard what you said last episode. You called me a goof. That's rich. That's really, really funny. Is that because I joke around a lot? Because, see, if that's the reason, you have made a mistake that so many other people have made. Because, yeah, sure, I like to joke around a lot. But when I get in that ring, I'm all serious. And what I just did to you right now just proves it. Because a goof, again, that's what you call me. If you still think I'm a goof, then guess what? A goof just beat the shit out of you. And a goof is going to win the International Gauntlet for the International Championship. So, Mr. Wilder, I suppose if you got your ass kicked by a goof, then you yourself are the biggest goof. So who is the biggest goof here now, jackass? And if you don't like that, deal with it.
Grimm, I've stayed silent through this issue, but the slander from you ends now. You blame me for leaving and trying to make a living as a professional wrestler to support my family. You followed me to Empire, and our issues were never resolved when it closed. And then, when I decided to make my return to wrestling, I finally did by signing with NYW. You decided to make it about you again. If I want to move forward, I need to prove I can beat you and reclaim the North American title in the process. If I have to beat you down and put you in a casket to move forward, so be it. This ends at Manhattan Mayhem.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. A lot to go through. We saw GMR confident that he was winning the International Gauntlet for the gold. Obviously, he was pissed off about the goof comment. And then we heard from Tyson Gore for the first time. Because he wants this issue to be done, buried. Saying that Grimm was holding onto the past when he shouldn't. And he wants to end this issue. And if he has to put him in the casket, so be it. Now we're going to have semi-main event of the night, ladies and gentlemen. And I mentioned we're also, after this matchup, we're also going to hear, we're also going to have Robert Wall picked up face-to-face between Connor Green and Ziaiah Ice. Because we're gonna have a YouTube championship match between Connor Green and Ziaiah Ice to settle the score between these two men at Manhattan Mayhem, but he's going to announce the stipulations for the match. Big opportunity there. That's gonna happen later tonight. Of course, we're also gonna have the big main event, big next tag team match between Mai and Troy Satan, defending champions that are going to title matches at Manhattan Mayhem. Both main events in night 1 and 1 and 2. They're gonna face off against their challengers, Game Boys and the Internet Man. It's gonna be the main event tonight. But right now we're focusing on another issue that I haven't mentioned tonight, and that's of course Caeser Louis. So excuse me, Silas Moore. Silas Moore. As he's using the brain and all the international gauntlet stuff. But right now Silas Moore, the leader of First Class, along with Sam Edwards and Brody Swanson. It's gonna be a big 6-man tag. They're gonna take out the Nicholsons. Eddie, TJ, and Ace, who returned at NYW Live 5. Returned at the end of that tag team match between the Nicholsons and First Class. Stopped the attack of Silas Moore, and now we set up this big singles match between the men tonight. We haven't seen Ace in a match here on NYW in over 2 years. Since 2023, that War Games, that was the last time he had a match here in NYW. Last time we saw him elsewhere was last year's Call All Stars Rumble, if I remember correctly. I believe before that. Either way, it's been a while since he's competed in actual winning. No members of either team are going to be allowed at ringside. They're not in the building tonight. It's just Moore and Ace. One-on-one here. Of course, Nicholson, while he hasn't had a match in over 2 years in OW, Silas Moore's been very on his rise here. He made it to the finals of the World to Glory tournament before losing to Gabe Woods in the main event of NYW Glory. He was this close to be headlining for a world title shot. But now he's looking to settle the issues with the Nicholsons and have this big singles match tonight. Spoil the return of Ace. If we could win this match tonight. Back and forth between these two men. We've had a lot of good matches here tonight. There's a rolling elbow there. Ace, we haven't seen Ace in a match here in NYW. He was the first YouTube champion in NYW's history. He actually won the Elimination Chamber back at NYW Survival, last pinning Norm the Storm Daly to win the YouTube Championship and become the first champion. He did lose it a few weeks later to what a German suplex to Mathew Stone. Of course, NYW then had a hiatus. Stone came back from the hiatus as the YouTube champion, as we mentioned. Losing it back in January to Ziaiah Ice. But Ace, oh, what a kick. What a boot there. Ace is now not looking rusty here. This is another forearm there. Certainly would be a momentum builder for him to defeat Silas Moore before the big 6-man tag that takes place at Manhattan Mayhem. Now off the ropes. Nothing there. Moore back in control. Like I said, Moore certainly impressed when he went far in the Road to Glory tournament. He said he defeated Mathew Sanchez in his first round match. He then defeated TJ in the second round, Al Cabrera in the quarterfinals, and Eddie Nicholson in the semis. So it was very impressive, the list of men he defeated. Now, oh, another forearm right to the face. Ace is certainly holding up with this man. Yeah, I think after everything is done, a lot, of course, Moore, along with all the Nicholsons, want to go move forward to have championship opportunities, but they gotta settle their issues first. That was a knee in the corner, and there's a blockbuster off the second rope by Moore. Moore showing his impressive attitude. He made his debut back at Return in the Rising Star Gauntlet match. He's one of the last men eliminated. He did not win the Rising Star title that night, but he certainly proved himself since then. There's a torture rack deck breaker. He only gets 2. As Moore continues to punish. Ace here has got the camel clutch locked in. Just gotta see the impressiveness. He won 3 matches in one night. He was able to win 3 matches in one night. Excuse me, two matches in one night. He had 3 matches in one night. He lost the last one to Gabe Woods, as I mentioned. But it was an impressive feat there and stamina to win to have a lot of ring time that night at Glory, in the World of Glory tournament. But now he's got this singles match against Ace. I believe it's his first singles match. Oh, what a kick since Glory. And Ace is taking it to him here. That was that kick off the ropes, and now a big leg drop off the top to get the victory here. This could be a big victory for Ace here. Got the cover, only 2 though. He said no ring rust shown by Ace. There's a springboard moonsault off the second rope. Another cover to pick up the victory. Silas Moore kicks out. Yeah, I think for Moore, may think he's second guessing himself a little bit, considering he was so close to main eventing Manhattan Mayhem. Of course, as you can see, the things he had to do to get there. So, there's the 2 power slams in a row there to get the 3 count. No. Samuel was Bloody Swanson. They attacked Eddie Nicholson in the back, which led to him winning that match against TJ. That ultimately led to the issues that continued between them. So he set that up with what he did. Of course, he was able to defeat Eddie Nicholson in the semifinals, although not without slamming his face multiple times on the steel steps. He also used an exposed turnbuckle many times throughout the tournament to win his matches. He did it in the first round, helped in the second round, and then he also did it in the third round against Al, in the quarterfinals against Al. There's a Uranagi there as he's looking to continue the offense here, trying to put away Ace. And now face first into the mat to pick up a big victory here. Got the cover. Can this get the 3 count? No. So close, but Ace kicks out. Moore, like I said, he's built up his name with that World to Glory tournament. He maybe wants an opportunity at the world title eventually. Went for an elbow off the rope, off the apron. Ace stopped that, and now he hits the forearm off the apron. And there's a clothesline there by Moore. And now Moore, he's got him on his shoulders and runs right into that guardrail. The aggressiveness of this man, he ran right on the guardrail. Although he breaks the count though, doesn't want a count out victory, he wants to pin Ace in the middle of the ring. Wants to pin Ace in the middle of the ring. And now, Ace, well, he may be looking for the final lesson. Ace is hurt. His back and spine was hit on that ramp, but he's able to get back with those kicks. He got the kicks to stop that. And a knee strike. What a knee strike. Right to the face. That could be the knockout shot. Got the cover. Can Ace win the match up here? Ace Nicholson, but no, only 2. They said Ace held the YouTube title, held the title here in NYW. And so has Eddie. He was pure champion. There's a low blow there. Could this get the victory? Powerbomb lung blower to get the pinfall, but no. What a match this is. Silas Moore still looking for his first victory here in NYW. His first championship victory, excuse me. Yeah, I think he went for the kick. Went for that big kick, but that was caught, stopped, and there's a kick to the face. And there's a big boot. He hit the big boot, hit the kick, and then the big elbow right to the chest. This could set up the final lesson here. He may be looking for the final lesson. No, not for now. He's going to continue the offense here. Maybe looking. He's got him on the top rope. Moore needs to capitalize though. Ace is a veteran of this game. He's got him hooked up though. On the top rope. Big back suplex. A big back suplex. Right on that spine, and now he goes right into a cover. Lateral press here. Could this get the 3 count? But no. Ace kicks out. What a match for you. Like I said, we are so close to Manhattan Mayhem. We're here in the Manhattan Center. Also, this will be the site of the Kickoff show. We're just a few weeks away from one of the biggest shows of NYW's history. And oh my goodness, he went off the top rope. That was a mistake, and the kick hit. Big kick by Ace. Spins into got the cover, and got the 3 count, and it's over. Ace Nicholson wins. Big victory for Ace here in his return match here in NYW. And a lot of momentum for the Nicholsons with that tag team win a few weeks ago. going in to face first class in a big 6-man tag match. And it's Ace who stands tall tonight. What a victory. Said nothing to be ashamed of for more, but it's Ace who gets a big win here tonight. Question is, can him and Nicholsons build that
Tyler
momentum with a
Watson, I'm
win
speaking
at
for
Manhattan
the
Mayhem?
first time because I know you are looking past me. I'm no slouch, Tracy and Louis, and I have been friends our whole lives. We trained together, and when they won the tag team titles a few months ago, it was years of hard work finally paying off for them. I was proud of them, but I knew I needed to make my own path as well. Single success isn't easy, and I knew it would not be. But if you're thinking this is an easy match, then think again. I will give you everything I have to capture my first singles championship. I will achieve success just like my Eastside brothers did.
We heard from Merv Morgan for the first time. What a way. Merv Morgan is confident that he could win the Pure Championship against Tyler Watson. That's a big opportunity
Ladies
for
and
him.
gentlemen, it's been a while, but I have been making preparations for Manhattan Mayhem. However, I'm here to inform the competitors for the YouTube Championship match at Manhattan Mayhem what the match stipulations will be. So without delay, let's bring the challenger out, Connor Green.
There is Robert Raw. He made his way to the ring during the Morgan speaking, and we're gonna get this confrontation between the YouTube champions Ziaiah Ice and Connor Green. Connor Green has had a lot of going on as of late. We saw back in CCL Last Lab, he defended the Call All-Stars Adrenaline Championship against Damian Valentine. Now he's looking to win the YouTube title. Just a few weeks ago, we had a great 2 out of 3 falls match between these two men. Ice won the match 2 falls straight. He rolled through to pin him, and then later on, he hit the frostbite to pin him again. Of course, these men have had 3 matches. Connor Green won the first 2. First match back in Vindication late last year, and then they met in the quarterfinals of the World of Glory tournament where Connor Green won. Ice then won that 2 out of 3 falls match, 2 falls straight to retain the YouTube title. So it's settled to have this match here to finish this issue. Apparently Green said he had nothing to say to Ice, didn't care, so he's just out here to hear what the stipulation is for the match. He said he didn't care what it was, he's going to win the title because that's how good he is. He's arrogant, that's for sure, the con man Connor Green. I mentioned this all started when Connor Green made his debut in NYW, costing Ziaiah Ice the chance to become the world champion in the main event of Return in that triple threat match. That led to Troy State winning the title from Tommy Walker.
And now please welcome the NYW YouTube champion, Ziaiah Ice.
Ziaiah Ice, a man who's had a lot of opportunities in NYW, failed a lot of times to win titles. We mentioned before the chances he failed to win the Pure title in the finals of that tournament where Ryan Evans became the first champion. He also competed in a number 1 contenders tournament to get a shot at the Call All-Stars title. Troy State won that. He then was very close in the International Cup, but he failed to make the semifinals. The finals, excuse me. He failed to make the finals. And when he did get a shot, when he won the Elimination Chamber back in Survival in 2023, to earn a world title shot, he failed in that attempt. He did get one more shot, like I mentioned, at Return, when NYW came back. But it was Connor Green making his debut, costing him the match, and that led to this issue that's been going on for at least 10 months. He said right now we're here in September. It's almost a year at this point. A year since NYW came back. These men have had intertwining relations since NYW came back. And now we're finally going to end the issue, we think, at Road to Glory with this matchup. Ziaiah has won the championship back in January from Mathew Stone, and he's looking for another successful title defense. It would be his 3rd if he can defeat Connor Green at Manhattan Mayhem. He's 10 to get a world title shot. The question is, can he?
Now Connor has chosen not to speak, but Ziaiah wants to say a few words before I make the announcement.
Listen, Green, we've been at each other's throats for 10 months at this point. so something has to give. You've beaten me twice, and I pinned you twice. So I know this will be the end of this issue, and I plan to continue my reign as the YouTube champion. I will get the 10 defenses needed to earn a world title shot.
Now, without any delay, your match for the YouTube Championship at Manhattan Mayhem will be a 30-minute Iron Man match. Most falls in 30 minutes wins. But there's more, there will be no rematch for the loser. If Ice wins, Green cannot challenge for the YouTube Championship as long as Ice is the champion. If Green wins, Ice will forfeit his rematch. But I have one more addition. I think this match needs a special person to call it down the middle. So not only have I assigned a special referee, but he is the newest signee to New York Wrestling. Connor, you are actually quite familiar with this gentleman as well. Please welcome Alex James.
Wow, what an announcement. 30-minute Iron Man match for the YouTube Championship, but the special referee is going to be this man, Alex James. Alex James is here in NYW. Not only is he here in NYW, but he's going to be a special referee for the YouTube Championship match. I don't know how Connor Green's going to feel about that. Those two men have so much history. They were former tag team champions in AWF. Connor Green turned on his friend after he won the Junior Heavyweight Championship. And at the last show of AWF's history, Glory Days, he defended the junior title in a 4-way match against Al Cabrera, my brother, GMR, and Connor Green, and he tapped him out. Connor Green won the Adrenaline Championship from Alex James in AWF as well. So there's so much history between these two men. But now, Alex James has followed Connor Green here to NYW. He has assigned a contract, he's a full-time wrestler, but he's going to be the one with the fate of the YouTube title as a special referee in a 30-minute Iron Man match. What a match that's going to be. Robert Wall has left the ring here. No, Alex James staring down with Ziaiah Steel, YouTube champion. He's the referee, but I think he may want a shot in the future for that YouTube title. He will have the fate of these two men in their YouTube title match. And now, oh my goodness, there's a stare down between these two men. These two men, so much history, friends, enemies. And it's going to be Alex James who's going to have the fate for Colin James to potentially become the YouTube champion at Manhattan Mayhem. Question is, will Alex James be able to be unbiased? These two men are just staring each other down here. Connor Green, like I said, he won the Adrenaline Championship from Alex James. And now, if he wants to become the YouTube champion, it's going to be Alex James' fate in his hands. As Connor Green walks away from this confrontation. But he got what he wanted. He got the match. He's going to have 30 minutes on the clock. Most pinfalls in 30 minutes. He's going to have that to win the YouTube title. But tonight, he's going to walk away. Back, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the whole card for both nights in the Kickoff show. We have an 8-man battle royal. The winner's going to get a shot at the YouTube championship in the future. 6 men are confirmed: Sakamoto, Pantera Jr., Richard York, Mathew Sanchez, Eric Musaka, and DJ Smith. 2 more to be announced. We have a bonus qualification match is going to be Eddie Lobo taking on Jacob Baker. These men have had issues for many weeks. To go at it in the kickoff show, as Jacob Baker looks for revenge on Eddie Lobo. We also have 8 women to compete in a battle royal. The winner's going to receive a Call Osters championship match on night 2 against Roxy Cushage, Fisher Rest, Novocaine, Rosetta, Kelly Lawson, Victoria Shine, Natsu Shirakawa, Tigress, and Jessica James. All battle for an opportunity. Night 1 is just been confirmed 30-minute Iron Man match for the YouTube Championship. Special referee Alex James. Conor Green is going to challenge the YouTube champion of the Ice. A big grudge match, months in the making. Tommy Fen is going to go one-on-one with Colt Knight. But what happened with these 2 big men? Battle. Triple threat match for ICL Championship. Cole Bradley orchestrated plan, and will it come to fruition as he challenges against Damian Chili? Brandon Clavis will be there as well. Big 6-man tag team match. The Redemption Team with Jose Blanco to take on the All-Stars, Justin Herendez and Dante Duffy teaming with Tommy Walker. Ryan Evans cost out Cabrera the Pure Championship, can now get revenge as they go one-on-one here on night 1. The casket match for the North American title. Tyson Gore is going to get a shot to regain the championship in revenge against Grimm. And the main event, Women's Championship on the line. Can nNight defend, get the championship from Yumi Mai. Yumi Mai looking to retain her championship in the main event as she was the first women's champion. What a night. What matches for the first night of Mad Mayhem. Night 2 will be even better. 10-man gauntlet for the gold for the international title. We have 10 men, as you can see all here. Mathew Sanchez, everyone there. And then we have 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team championships. The No Fight Republic going to defend the titles against the former champions, the Eastside. Pure Championship will also be on the line as Tyler Watson is going to defend the championship against Webb Morgan. Webb Morgan can get his first championship victory. We'll have to see. Last man standing, Ziaiah Steel and Needham battle. They've had issues for months. They've had issues in all these other promotions. Can it come to an end? And of course, as Cost as women's champion, West Cage will defend the title against the battle for the winner. She will appear for the first time in NYW. What a match that will be for sure. 6-man war, the Nicholsons, Eddie, DJ, and Ace battle first class. And the main event, the 2025 Road to Glory tournament winner Gabe Woods gets his shot at the world title against Troy Saint. Can he become the champion? Will Troy Saint reign on his parade? We'll have to see, as this will be the main event of 2. We've seen the issues between these men putting each other through tables. The question is, can Gabe Woods do it? Now we have our main event. Plus I was a little tongue-tied at the 10-man gauntlet for the gold, but I've mentioned many times everyone in that matchup. Caesar defended the title earlier tonight. Will he be able to defend it against 10 men? We'll have to see. But now we shift focus to our main event of this night, a mixed tag team match, the first time ever in NYW history. The 2 main events of night 1 and 2 were battle. As you can see, out of Nightmare, she's going to be teaming with Gabe Woods. It's going to be challengers versus champions in this main event. The question is, nNight, like I said, she became number 1 contender when she beat Natsu Shirakawa at NYW Glory in that number 1 contenders match. They've been battling for weeks. Yumi Mai reigned under parade when she assaulted with the championship moments after she won. They've had simple victories, getting momentum over the last few weeks. Tonight will be the first time they actually meet in the ring physically in an actual match ahead of their big championship match to take place in the night 1 main event. Here comes the challenger for the NYW World Championship. Gabe Woods, he won the 2025 Road to Glory tournament. He outlasted all other competitors in that 32-man tournament to win the whole thing. He defeated Red Morgan in the first round, defeated Caeser Louis in the second round, defeated Gabriel Lopez in the quarterfinals, defeated Connor Green in the semifinals, and then defeated Silas Moore in the finals. Those last 3 matches were all on the same night to win that tournament and earn the shot to be at the NYW World Championship, his first ever opportunity at the World Championship. And a lot of people had doubts about him, but he proved how good he could be when he won that tournament. Troy Saint still doesn't seem impressed. We heard the words many weeks ago on NYW Live 5 from Woods saying that he wasn't even in his league, and that when Troy Saint was winning world championships back in 2019, Woods hadn't even tried to train to become a wrestler yet. Regardless of that fact, Woods has proven himself since being in NYW. First ever Rising Star champion. Former international champion. And as I mentioned many times already, like I said, the first ever Glory tournament winner, which we hope to be an annual thing. He's the first man to win the tournament. The question is, can he be first man to win the championship in his title shot? We'll have to see. Now here comes the women's champion, Yumi Mai. First ever NYW women's champion. Captured the championship in a 5-way elimination match at Vindication to be crowned the first champion, last defeating OK in that matchup. She's been champion ever since. She had some time off in between the Road to Glory tournament, considering that tournament was going on. And as that was happening, as I said, we found our number one contender when Anna Namir won that number one contender match at Glory. That's when Yumi Mai showed up again to seemingly steal her spotlight. There's been a changing attitude the last few weeks from Yumi Mai. She seemed very proud and very humble at first when she won that title, but now it seems like all that success has gone to her head, and she seems like she completely believes that she deserves everything she's earned because how good she is, because that's what she deserves. I think that's the difference between her and Anna. Anna had setbacks all throughout her career, but she's proved how good she can be. And well, Anna, we saw recently the other promotion she was a part of, CCL, had its last lap. 5 nights, and she had a match on night 2, defending the CCL Rising Star. The CCL Breakthrough Championship on that night. Being able to showcase the talent on that last lap, as I said, the last hurrah for CCL. Anna knows how successful she can be. She was a former Empire Women's Champion. The night she won it, she cashed in on the Empress's briefcase and lost it in over 5 minutes. She never had a long reign and never had a chance to get it back. Because when she was going to, unfortunately Empire closed down. Now she has a chance to become the first time to become the NYW World Champion. Here comes the NYW World Champion, Troy Saint. This man, along with the Redemption, Eric and Azrael. So they go in Azrael, focusing on Tommy Walker, and they hope to finish that business at Manhattan Mayhem, but Troy Saint looks to throw back another challenge. He won the title. NYW came back with that first mega event return back in October of last year. In the main event, a triple threat match where it was Tommy Walker defending against himself, against Isaiah Ice and Troy Saint, as I mentioned. Thanks to Connor Green costing Ice the match, Troy Saint was able to win the title. He's been champion ever since. He's turned back challenges. He defeated Tommy Walker in the ambulance match. He thwarted GMR returning to NYW. He defeated Ziaiah Steel by countout. Now he looks to thwart another challenge. He can defeat Gabe Wood. After all the momentum, after all the hype around Wood, you could see he may not be 100% either as Wood. Woods put him through 2 tables on the last episode. We've had some time between last NYW Live, so Woods had time to recover from his time being put through a table as well. And now we're starting off this big mixed tag team match, main event, before we get to Manhattan Mayhem. I've been told also we might have one more match added to the kickoff show. So there it might be 4 matches considered. Regardless, we're going to have a great night of action. Great. The kickoff show will take place here in this building, the Manhattan Center, here in Manhattan, New York. As I mentioned, we have right tonight. The Manhattan Center is the home of this NYW SuperCard. We will be in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the MetLife Stadium for night 1 and night 2 of Manhattan Mayhem. The kickoff show will also take place in this building in Manhattan Center, as I mentioned. So I'll look at dodge that. Jump back and forth between these two women as they're going to kick off the proceeding. As I said, mixed tag team match. No, look at this. Oh, turned it into a power slam. Mixed tag team match, meaning the women fight the women, men fight the men. So if there is a tag, then the other individual in the match has to come in for their team. Back and forth strikes here. And now look at this. What is this by Anna? Oh my goodness, just planted her. What strength, never seen her do that before. And then springboard into a leg drop. Competitive nature of these two women. Like I said, momentum is on the line here before we get to the big championship match. There's Falcon Arrow did the deal there by Anna. And now springboard double stomp. What a move that was. That could be the end. Just like that, but no, there were only 2. Give me powers out there. Like I said, we're getting a preview of what these matches will be like when we get to Man Mayhem. Oh, look at this. He's got head up and a faith breaker. Faith breaker just planted her. And now into the cover. This could be it, right? Just like that, but no, only 2. Give me mine. This is a tag, and now Woods has to get in. Woods is in now, and as these two men will battle in an official match for the first time. As we've seen them brawl and put each other through tables last few weeks. So went for a super kick. And oh, that was blocked, but then it got hit with Enziguri. Now look at the springboard drop kick right to the back of the head. That had to hurt. Woods landed on his back hard too. Okay, didn't work. That's an elbow to the back of the head. As I mentioned, Yumi Mai's defensive as well. So she defended the championship against Novocaine just shortly after winning the Women's Championship, and then she defended it at Supreme. Back of the head, and now Woods with shots at a kick right to the midsection and a super kick. Big opportunity for Woods here. Like I said, if he can pin the World Champion just close to his opportunity at the world title, he can certainly prove that he can get the job done. As there was an elbow right to the face in the corner. Now Woods is looking to keep the momentum going. There's another shot, another super kick, and look at this corkscrew splash from a standing position. Signature move for Woods as he's got the cover, and Troy Saint kicks out. It looks like Yumi also had broken up the cover. As I mentioned, like I said, only men fight men, women fight women. Although the women can, I guess, attack the men, but the men cannot attack the women, obviously. So that distraction, though, led to that electric chair bomb. Signature move of Troy Saint hitting the electric chair bomb. We've seen them use that as well as that lifting DDT, lifting reverse DDT. He had to drag him away from the ropes to get the cover, but that took time. That took time to do, and they're allowed to get Woods to kick out. So what a night, biggest show in New York wrestling's history. Manhattan Mayhem. We're sure to have a great night for you, the kickoff show. Oh no, look at that. Yumi Mai getting involved. Referee should step in there. Woods got hung up on the ropes and allowed Troy to take advantage and hit the Uranagi. I don't know if that should be allowed, but either way, now they're back in control. Now my tags in here, which means that has to come in. She gets cut off. gets cut off here. And now, look at this. Doubles chops here. Yumi and Choice ain't in control here. And double clotheslines. There's the league of participants in the match are Yumi, Mai, and Anna, and I'm here. And now, oh, she was looking there for that Alabama slam. Anna was able to get out of that. Hit that tilt-a-whirl head scissors. She hits the tilt-a-whirl head scissors, and then gets elbowed right in the face. Anna's in control here. Look, Anna's got to get her emotions in check here. Choking out the champion. Referee should have stepped in there. That didn't happen. But we did hear him shout to get off her. She did what she did. But Anna's able to get back in, and oh, what a back fist. That just folded Anna. Back fist. A back fist right to the face. And oh, a swinging neck breaker by Yumi Mai. Like, this is also a great way to scout this match, considering they're going to be in the ring with each other again. More of this champ, their world titles on the line when we get to that point. And oh, look at this! Oh my goodness, a slam off the top! Slam off the top there. Never seen Mai do that, but she's got the cover on Anna. Could this get the 3 count? But no. She may be looking for that Twisted Dimensions or the My Time, 2 of her finishing blows. But Anna gets out of it and hits a Dragon Suplex. The Dream Eater, that Hammerlock DDT is her signature move. She could try to put it away here. She can hit that. She can hit it. We got the arm hook, but Yumi's able to come back with a forearm to stop that. It hit a cross body. She hits the cross body. Now she's going to look for something, but no shot to the midsection. And now Anna tags in Woods. Troy has to get in, but gets caught off with a clothesline. And now they're going to fight back, just like Yumi and Troy did with these chops. What a match to end the SuperCard, a double clothesline. Like I said, both main events. Both main events of night 1 and night 2. Meeting here, rolling it through into a flatliner. Said Woods wants to try to end this and pin the world champion. That's a drop kick. If he can do that, it would certainly prove his case that he's close to becoming a main event star. There's a DDT. Spiked him. DDT. Can that get the 3 count? No. And now Woods trying to fight back here, but no, an elbow to the... That spike pad might have been in the way. And now, oh, he went for something, but that was stopped with a bulldog. Now Troy Say's springboard kick. Troy Say didn't even see it coming. Gabe Woods clocked it. And now he's got him off the ropes, and oh, right into a code red. That was impressive. Code red, springboard style. Gets the 3 count, but no, Troy Say kicks out again. World champion has proven he's a world champion for a reason. Now Woods trying to continue the offense here, but Troy Singh stops it. And there's a headbutt right to the chest. A destructive headbutt to the chest here by the world champion. He's been world champion for nearly a year at this point. Now he may be looking for another electric chair bomb. But Woods, look at Woods, he countered it. He counted it with that Hurricane Runner. We went for the super kick again. Didn't work. Oh, there's a shot. There's an uppercut. Troy Saint is fighting back with strikes. He's fighting back with strikes. Now he's got him hooked up in the reverse DDT. And this could be the end. But Anna is able to break that up. Anna broke it up. Oh, but this could be the end. For sure this time. Rite of passage coming. Rite of passage. No, that was a shot to the knee. A shot to the knee. Now Woods is going up to the top rope. Oh, Troy Saint tried to catch him. Didn't work. He moved. It's a sling blade. Impressive move there, sling blade. And now he's gonna look for the honor roll. Maybe thinking honor roll. He hits it. Oh my goodness. I think that's the first time he's hit it here in NYW. Now he's gonna look for Woods here to put this away. Lost in the Woods coming. No, elbow to the face. But he chased right into the rite of passage. Ran right into it. Rite of passage. That was out of nowhere. We thought Woods had it. And he hits a second one. Just like that. 2 in a row. Puts Woods down to get the 3 count. Troy safe. The world champion stands tall. What momentum for the 2 world champions going into Manhattan Mayhem. What a match this was. What a supercard this was, ladies and gentlemen. What a night. But these 2 champions stand tall. Will this be the last image of both nights? Will these 2 champions retain their titles? We'll have to see.